Are there women that want marriage in a black community?
Mm-hmm.
I think there
Mm-hmm.
are. Are they there though? Like are there like because I've met some nice ones. Like I haven't dated them, but I've met some nice ones. I go to church with some really beautiful black women too, and like maybe it's different because when you go to church, everybody's in a different spirit, right? So you don't let it out like that. I can't speak about something that I have no experience in, right?
Right.
That would be very
Right.
dishonest of me. And you're right. Like in Africa, at least we have a little bit of control over
Mm-hmm.
how relationships play out. And in the West, women
Right.
have money, they have resources,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the law behind them. But instead of all I'm saying is like, is there a way to change the narrative? Like, can men start leading by telling women, "Hey, we need to correct course. Like, let's start putting ourselves together for the betterment of our
Mm-hmm.
children." Or like I think men should lead that conversation. But the problem that I had with the red pill, which I love their emphasis on fitness, getting your money up. I
Right.
just didn't like the hatred of women. Like if you keep hating these women, remember, not every black man can travel. You'd be shutting
Right.
them out. The men that can travel, they'll be shut out of opportunities. So can we
Right.
get to a situation where we start maybe talking to the women? Because we've not been talking to them. Can we start talking to them and
When
saying, "Hey,
Nana, they've been talking to the women though, Nana. I mean, you on YouTube, you see the Anton Daniels, you seen all these people put women on panels. Like if you got to pay attention to the mindset, and not only just the women on the panel, those women are influencing other women that are watching, not those that's watching live, but others that's gonna watch it on the pre-record. I mean, or the
I
post.
get that. I get
Yeah,
that, but I've also
right,
watched because on the red pill side we just bash the women. We don't say, hey, let's fix this. We take their L's and we amplify it so that we feel good about it. All I'm saying is that can we get to a position because I know there are women channels, and even though I don't like that lady, Crimson Cure and all these other channels, that are teaching women to be feminine. And they've built a subscriber base of 100,000, right? That means that there are women that know that the way they are going is not working out and they need to moderate how they're doing things. So there is an opportunity for us as men to start leading a conversation of putting femininity back to what it's supposed to be. But on the other hand, we got to get masculinity right. And I think that most of Black America don't get masculinity right. They make it look like it's a macho system, and the reality is
right,
it's not. It's actually, and if you've listened to me maybe a little bit longer, I said it's usually about responsibility, right? Finances, organization, money. I have a video that is gonna come up that I'm gonna teach people how to actually save money, because sometimes people don't even know how to save money. People don't know how to put budgets out, how to plan a budget, how to make a budget, plan a budget, and make a budget. There's men in America that don't know how to make a budget and how to live
right,
within a budget. So I see that as a responsibility because I know how to do it to make these videos so that they're not gonna watch it. I know they're not gonna watch it. That's why I don't make them. But I'm gonna make them anyway,
mm-hmm.
right? I'm gonna make them anyway. Because somebody's gonna learn and it's gonna help somebody. So let's start there. Let's start to learn how to save money. Let's start to learn how to build money and understand the capital market ecosystem. While we're doing that, let's go back to being kind people because black people generally we were always very kind people. There's people, if you go through all of black history, I'm talking about from Asian Africa all the way up, before slavery, colonization, all that bullshit that happened to us. We one thing that we held uniquely is that we're always kind people. Well, and what is the evidence of our kindness? It's in our food. It's in how we dance. It's in music. right? Europeans were not singing and dancing. They were not happy people. We were happy people, even if we didn't have means, because we didn't have
Hey,
earthquakes. We didn't.
hey, Nana, even for the record, with the dancer you talking about, you go to a black club, you ain't gonna see nobody dancing. That shit is over. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody dancing. Everybody's sitting around, standing around,
chilling,
being
chilling. Yeah,
antisocial. So
yeah.
it's over, Nana. Nana, it's over.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no changing, man. And the only reason why I'm gonna tell you this is because the, the ball is going down the hill and you're not going to stop it. And the only way you're going to stop it, you're going to have to cut off social media. That's the only way you're going to get these women to comply and to do the things that you think or what really men think they should do. You're not going to see any social changes until you get rid of social media, man.
But here's the thing,
You're
though.
going to change the culture of music. You got to change all kind of things. And I don't think black people specifically are willing to make those large changes. I just don't see it.
But is there a part of responsibility on men, though? Should men do something within themselves? Can we men generally be better?
Yeah, I think you selling. I think you discounting the men that have made the attempt, like the Kevin Samuels, for example, exposing the mindset, trying to better these women. What? How did he end up?
Yeah, I think Kevin was just drinking too much Red Bull. I'll just be honest. I don't think they were enough. I
Yeah,
don't think.
I get all that, but he was also stressed out too, though. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I think I was drinking too much Red Bull,
Yeah.
and I used to like the Godmaster, but he wasn't toxic. He gave men the same energy too. The things I say on
Yes.
YouTube is not different from what Kevin Samuels used to say, by the way, right? On the men's side, I just think that if we tweak the men's side, the women will come along. I'm gonna say this, you may or may not agree with it, but I think black women don't have confidence in black men to lead. This is why there's a lot of problems. It's a lack of confidence. So we need to show them that we are leaders. And we need to define
How
what
you
that
go? You gotta.
leadership will look like.
I understand that part, Nana, but again, you gotta go all the way down to the foundation. You know what I mean? I get it. You making great points, and I'm not adverse to your points. I'm saying that you got to go back to the basics, the foundation. The foundation is you gotta unincentivize these women in relationships. You got to start there. And I'm talking about the welfare system. I'm talking about the child support system. You got to undo all that shit. And then on top of that, you're going to have to cut that social media off so that you don't have these bad influences on the women. Because let's face it, you can't just discount the influence on social media. That's what shaped the
Yeah,
culture, just
yeah.
like music. So if these people are taking their phones every morning when they wake up and they don't check for they like maybe you or I, we looking at our stocks first. I know I personally get up in the morning and look at that first. I don't look at
You look
social
at
media.
that
I look at my
Robin Hood,
stocks.
right? See if you lost some money.
Yeah,
Fidelity
shout out
guy.
to Halliburton too. I know you mentioned Halliburton earlier, but I got some good stocks with them.
Oh yeah, they've been struggling though. Yeah, I used to get free stocks with them every quarter. And to be honest, that's how I made a bulk of my money was Halliburton stock from the company. Because I worked for them for so long, so I was getting free stock every quarter. I just compounded on that over the years and made some good money. Great company, by the way, man. Great company.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do some
But
segment
but
on
nah, bro.
stocks
I
and,
think
and,
I
and
think the only
investment.
way it's gonna change, Nano, though. I think the only way it's gonna change, bro. You got to get some legislation that's gonna change. I think Donald Trump is making the attempt on some of these things, as far as the family courts and stuff. But you asking women to give up a lot to comply with men, or
Yeah.
follow the leadership of men. But then you have to turn around and put the men or have a message in church for the men to want to come, because let's face it, a lot of these messages in church are feminized, and they have
Yeah.
feminized God, and and so if you take that part of it away, then you also are hurting the men in their ability to lead, because they don't have nothing to see that shows them strong leadership. So it's so many variables, and I think that it's gonna take a serious demigod to come in and change at least one of them.